What if you could retire right now? Maybe it's after a stressful week at work. Maybe it's after checking your investment accounts and thinking, we might be okay. Or maybe you're just wondering if you're closer to the finish line than you realize. Here's the truth most people don't hear. You might be able to retire right now, but without the right signs in place, retiring too early or without a plan can quietly turn your dream retirement into a financial stress test. Because retirement readiness isn't just about the size of your portfolio, it's about the income structure, taxes, timing, lifestyle, and most importantly, clarity. So, in this video, I want to walk you through 8 signs that I look for when someone asks me, can I actually retire right now? Hi, my name is Michael Fry. I'm the founder of RWC for Life and the president of Steward Financial Services. Over the years, I have helped countless individuals and couples answer this exact question, not based on guesswork, but with logic and strategy. If you're enjoying this kind of straightforward retirement guidance, go ahead and like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's walk through 8 signs that may mean you're more ready to retire than you think, and how to know when it's smarter to wait. Sign number 1, you know exactly what you spend and what you'll need. The number one mistake I see is people guessing what retirement will cost them. If you can't clearly explain what you spend today, what that might look like in retirement, you're not ready yet. Retirement income planning starts with you understanding your lifestyle expenses. So you have fixed costs, housing, utilities, insurance, and healthcare. And then you have variable costs, travel, dining out, hobbies, gifts for grandkids. And don't forget how expenses may shift. Will the mortgage be paid off? Will travel increase in those early years? Are there large purchases or lifestyle upgrades on the horizon? If you and your spouse share a realistic, tested monthly spending number and you've adjusted it for inflation, you're on solid ground. Let's take a look at sign number 2. You've built a real income plan, not just an investment plan. Having $1.5 million in investments doesn't mean you're ready to retire. What matters more is how does that money turn into income? Do you know where your first month of retirement income will come from? Which accounts you'll draw from first? How to avoid selling investments in a down market? How your withdrawals will affect taxes and Medicare premiums? An investment portfolio is just a pile of assets. An income plan turns that pile into a sustainable, tax-aware paycheck month after month. If you've built that structure or had it built specifically for your situation, you are well ahead of the curve. Let's look at sign number 3. You've stress tested your plan against market drops. Confidence is easy when markets are rising, but real retirement readiness asks, what happens if the market drops 20% in my first year? This scenario, known as sequence of returns risk, can derail even well-funded plans if you don't prepare. Have you created a strategy to keep 1 to 2 years of income in cash or short-term bonds? Use a bucket strategy to manage volatility over time and adjust spending or withdrawals in a down market. If you've addressed these, you're not relying on hope. You've built resilience into your plan. So let's move on to sign number 4. You're not relying on just one income source. Diversified income equals flexibility and control. If your entire plan hinges on just one source, like a single IRA or a rental property, you may be more vulnerable than you think. Confident retirees often draw from a mix of the following: traditional IRAs or 401ks, taxable brokerage accounts, Roth IRAs for tax-free withdrawals, Social Security, annuities, pension, or even part-time income. This combination lets you manage taxes, market risk, and lifestyle changes more effectively. If you've mapped out at least 3 reliable sources of income, that's a very strong sign of readiness. Sign number 5, you've accounted for health insurance and long-term care. Healthcare is one of the most overlooked and expensive factors in retirement. Before age 65, have you planned for private insurance or COBRA? And then after age 65, do you understand how Medicare works, what it covers, and what it doesn't? Have you considered the out-of-pocket expenses like dental, vision, and prescriptions? The cost of in-home care, assisted living, or long-term care facilities? Whether you need supplemental insurance or a long-term care strategy, if you built a realistic, flexible plan for healthcare, related costs. You've covered a crucial piece that most people ignore. Sign number 6, your debt is either gone or completely manageable. You don't have to be debt-free to retire, but you do need to understand and control it. What matters is this, that the debt is low interest and fits within your retirement income, and that there's a clear payoff plan, and it doesn't rely on strong market returns to stay afloat. For example, a $300,000 mortgage with 3 years left and payments that easily fit into your cash flow are likely fine. But a large home equity line with credit with variable interest rates and no exit strategy, that's a red flag. Retirees with no debt or a well-managed plan for it sleep much better. Sign number 7, you and your spouse are on the same page. Retirement isn't just financial, it's relational. You would be surprised on how many couples have completely different visions. One wants to stop working tomorrow. The other is thinking about launching a business. One wants to downsize. The other wants to buy a vacation home. And beneath all those dreams in real planning questions, when will each person file for Social Security? Will income be drawn jointly or separately? How are assets titled and how are withdrawals coordinated? If you've had honest conversations and built a shared plan around the timing, goals, and lifestyle, you're in good shape. Sign number 8, you know why you're retiring, not just when. Retirement isn't just a financial transaction, it's an emotional one. I've seen people retire with plenty of money and still feel lost within 6 months. The happiest retirees, they have something to retire to, such as a personal project or a passion, time with family or grandchildren, part-time work, mentoring or volunteering, or they have a hobby, wellness, travel, spiritual goals. When you've thought through how you'll spend your time, not just your money, you're laying the foundation for a retirement that is rich in purpose and personal fulfillment. So can you retire right now? If you've gone through these 8 signs and checked most of the boxes, especially the ones around income structure, spending clarity, and market risk, then the answer might be yes. You may be in a position to retire comfortably and confidently, even if you don't realize it yet. But if a few of these areas gave you pause, that's not a setback. That's exactly where planning begins. Because retirement isn't just about reaching a certain number on a statement. It's about having a plan that's built to last. One that generates income that you can count on, minimizes taxes year after year, and adjusts as life changes, and supports both your lifestyle and your legacy. The truth is, you don't get a second chance to structure retirement the right way. Once you stop working, the decisions you've made or haven't made start to compound. That's why proactive planning makes all the difference. And that's where working with a financial professional can really pay off. You don't need to figure all this out on your own. You need a clear strategy tailored to your specific income, sources, account types, tax situation, and goals. If you're approaching retirement and want to make sure that your plan is working for you, not against you, let's talk. Click the link in the description below for a free consultation. I'll walk you through the key areas of your plan, from income sequencing to tax optimization to long-term risk management, and show you how to build a retirement strategy that gives you more control, clarity, and confidence. Because retirement should feel like the reward of a lifetime of hard work, not a constant source of stress. Thanks for watching. And if you found this helpful, be sure to like the video, leave us a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more strategy-focused retirement insights each week. I'm Michael Fry, and I'll see you in the next video.